You've seen the games, you've seen the goals, you've seen the action, but it's now time to follow us on the socials. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, you know it makes sense. Welcome back to Sunday League Football in what is our final pre-season friendly ahead of the start of the 2015-2016 season. It's about time. Today we face up to Chadwell FC, who currently sit in Division 1 after getting promoted from Division 2 in a respectable 3rd place last season. The one thing I've liked about this year's pre-season is we've always come up against teams in and around our level, so it's always going to be a good test. One thing before we get going, a final call to those that are interested. We've got a charity match at Aveley Football Club on the 18th of September 2015. We'll be raising money for Luke Brewer as he faces 10 weeks of radiotherapy in America, so it's all going to a good cause. So get yourself down there for 7 p.m, it's £5 on the gate, hope to see you there. Right, back to the action. A lot of players on show today. As it's a friendly, it's going to be roll on, roll off, so let's get going. Kick off, and it's not long at all before Kev wins the ball off of Chadwell. He gives it to Kieran. Kieran puts it over the top to Michael. Michael takes the touch, he cuts inside of his man, he bangs it, it comes off of the defender, loops over the keeper and into the back of the net, and I make that about 88 seconds, 88 being the new number of Michael. He's back for this week, and he's definitely back with a bang. 1-0 Palmers. Here come Chadwell now as number 16 brings the ball forward. He goes wide of Coxey. He looks to get the ball in. He does, but Sean's there to evade any danger. What's that? Sean's wearing grey? I can reveal that Sean is now wearing the brand new Palmers FC goalkeeper top. With the bright orange and green, we thought we'd keep it neutral at the back. Plus, every other night goalkeeper kit on offer clash with our home and away, so it had to be grey. Anyway, Sean's goal kick is brought down and met by Michael. Great vision from him to put through Too Good here. The defender gets a foot in to send Too Good away from goal. He turns, puts it on the edge of the box. It's Kieran with the right foot, hits the bar. If this was crossbar challenge, he'd be celebrating, but he's not. Michael's on the rebound and he sends it into the trees. Chadwell's turn to come forward now as number 16 gets past Scottish. He puts a dangerous ball into the box. 15's there, but he sends it wide of the goal. It should have been 1-1, but it's not. What a miss. Here come Chadwell again. It's a ball over the top. Intercepted this time by Graham. That's his signature move right there. To cushion it away from the attacker and send it down the line, which eventually reaches Kieran. He's got plenty of space to run into here as he nicks it past number 21 to make his way into the area. He looks up, puts it into the box, and Michael's there. It goes under his foot, and that's another miss. So despite the open game and chances to go along with it, it stays 1-0, and it's Connor that's over the far side at the moment. He's tackled by number 16, but the ball falls to Michael. He plays it to Kieran. He plays it back to Michael. He puts it into the box straight away, and on the end of it, showing him how to put it in from 6 yards, is Too Good. Well done that man, it's 2-0 to Palmers. So it's time for some roll on roll off subs as Aaron comes on for Scottish. Luke's on for Connor, and Knowlesy, sporting a new hairstyle, is on for Michael. And it's instant impact from Knowlesy as Kev puts a lovely ball over the top to him. He dinks it over the keeper into the back of the net, and that, my friends, is 3-0 to Palmers. And a very good substitution from Nick. Here we go again now as Too Good brings the ball forward. He's got Knowlesy on the inside, but look at the bursting pace from Wazza to get into the box. He receives it from Too Good. His touch lets him down slightly as he's forced to go across goal by the defenders at this point. He plays it back across goal to Too Good. Too Good's going back the opposite way as he plays it into Knowlesy. Knowlesy's got space with the left, just over the bar. Chadwell's turn to come forward now as number 15 plays the ball across the box to number 4. He puts his foot on it and gets going again. Super Dan looks to have injured himself there as number 4 plays a 1-2 with his teammate. He puts it into the box and number 15's on the end of it to head it past Sean, and that is now 3-1. Worrying times for Super Dan as he just got back from an ankle injury and now he's done his toe in. Time for new signing Tony to replace him. And here we go again. Here's Kieran on the far side playing it in towards Lucasard as he tries to get past his man here. He looks to play it back out to Kieran, but the ball's blocked and it falls kindly to him on the edge of the box and with the left. Wait for it. Celebration. It's always good to score with your weaker foot, and he certainly did there. Buried in the top corner. 4-1 Palmers FC. Still end-to-end stuff here as Chadwell bring the ball forward with number 9. He gives it to number 4, plays it out to number 15, who slices it over the bar, and that, my friends, is half-time. Something a little bit different this week. I like to call this fan feature. First up, and absolutely hashtag loving life right now, is Brian in his long-sleeve green away shirt. Next up, sporting the home shirt, is Blair, and he celebrated his birthday recently, so happy birthday to you. And finally, and also sporting the orange shirt, short sleeve this time, is Ryan. If you want to be on the fan feature, be sure to send your photos over to info@palmersfc.co.uk. Before we begin the second half, it's been brought to my attention that a few of the players have been spotted. If you're unfortunate enough to bump into one of us while you're out and about, grab a photo just like Archie did when him and his mates at Top Golf bumped into Knowlesy, Wayne, Wazza and Nick. Shout out to Wayne who sat at the back and didn't get in the way of this one. Nope, spoke too soon, he's in the way. Anyway, enough photos, let's play some football. And it's not long into the second half before Knowlesy's causing some mischief on that far side. He's eventually fouled, and that is a free kick. The ball's whipped into the box by Lucasard and it's headed back across by Kieran. Keeper gets a hand to it, goes to Wazza, he shoots. Keeper makes a save. It comes back out to Kieran on the volley. It hits a couple of players and ends up in the back of the net, and that is 5-1 to Palmers. More pressure now as Chadwell take a throw. Number 7 puts it into the air. Lucasard wins it and it falls to Nick as he lets it run past him. He waits for the moment as he knocks it onto Knowlesy. He's got Scottish in support, but he doesn't need him here as he looks up, fires with the left, straight past the keeper into the back of the net. So apparently this was offside. I don't see it myself. Luckily in this scenario, it is just a friendly. Here's Sean with a big kick up the field. It's long and higher down towards Nick. Nick wins his header and he knocks it on towards Nosey. Nosey's first touch is good as it gets away from the defender. It's met by Nick again. Can he get amongst the goals? No, he can't. He's blazed that one over. More good football now as Luke picks up the ball on the edge of the box. He gives it to Kieran. He gives it first time back to Luke. Luke puts it out towards Nosey. Nosey puts it in towards Luke, but the keeper gets there. It's a mix up with the defender. Kieran's in there, but the keeper collects. It's one-way traffic at this point as Nosey brings the ball forward. He looks up, plays it into the box. It goes over everyone's head. It falls to Michael with a first time ball into the box. It's the pass of the year from Scottish as he gives it to Nick. Nick finds Scottish again as he plays it across to Luke. Luke takes a touch, looks up, fires with the right into the back of the net. No chance from the keeper, and that, my friends, is 6-1 to Palmer's. Chances are drying up for Chadwell, but they do manage to break our midfield here with number 2 as they bring it forward. He's got options on the left and the right. He opts for the right, but this shot from outside of the box doesn't trouble Sean at all. Time for another substitution now, and it's Kev, also known as Roy Keane to many of you. He makes way for Connor. Here's some good pressure in the midfield from Chadwell here as Luke's forced to go back to his defence. Coxey clears it up towards Nick. The ball falls to Connor. It's a 50-50. He manages to win it and he plays the ball up to Nick again. Nick spots the run of Michael on the outside here. He takes a touch and then another to get past the defender. He cuts it back for Nick. Simple goal. No, it's blocked by the defender. Rebound for Scottish. Yay! 7-1 to Palmer's FC now. More pressure now as Nosey plays the ball over the top towards Michael. He takes a touch, drags it back, finds Nick. Is this where he finally gets onto the score sheet? No, he tries to walk it in and eventually gives it to Michael, who's tackled, and it goes out for a goal kick. Another quick substitution now, and it's Tony that's making way. He's injured himself now, and Graham comes on to replace him. Talking to defenders, here's Aaron as he plays the ball down the line to his younger brother. It's Connor. It's the boy wonder as he makes his way into the centre of midfield. He managed to get away from one opponent but runs into the other, but luckily it falls to Kieran. Kieran's first time ball out to the wing to where Nosey is. Nosey then plays it into Nick, who's still looking for a goal as he makes his way into the box. He decides to play it across. It's cleared by the defender, only as far as Kieran. That was better than Luke's! But was it better than Luke's? You decide. Plenty of goals on show today. Let us know your favourite. And so here we go again, and it's Kieran involved some more now as he drags the ball back to get past his man. He puts it out to Michael. He then does a similar skill to Kieran by dragging it back onto the left. He looks to get it into that top corner, but it goes wide. Another substitution and another great performance from Kieran as he makes way for Too Good. And so it's a throw on this near side from Scottish. Michael picks it up. It's a neat little back heel from him to Connor. Connor falls the defenders by cutting inside with the left, looking to curl it into that far corner. Keeper saves with his feet, and he's got himself in trouble as Nick picks up the ball. Is this the moment he gets on the score sheet? No, he's bottled it. He's cut it back towards Nosey. Nosey first time shot, and it goes under the keeper's arms into the back of the net. And that, my friends, is 9-1 to Palmer's. We certainly weren't expecting this from higher opposition today. Still time for Chadwell to apply some pressure as Aaron's clearance only falls as far as number 6. He gets it under control, fires with the right. It's a great shot, but Sean is also equal to it, and it's eventually cleared by Coxey. There's also time for us to apply some more pressure as Scottish picks the ball up in the midfield. He plays it out wide to Connor. Connor looks up, plays it over the top towards Too Good. He's got a bit of time and space to play it out towards Nosey. First time shot, but he sends it wide of the goal. And he's not happy either because he knows that could have been his hat-trick. Not much time left now as Nick throws the ball in towards Too Good. He gets it under, plays it up towards Michael. He holds the defender off and does a nice little back heel to Too Good. Too Good tries to play it back to Nick, but it's blocked by the defender and it's bobbling about. It eventually falls to Scottish, who goes to shoot, and it's a clumsy tackle from our opponent, and that's a free kick on the edge of the box. It's Luke that's usually on free kick duty, but he leaves it for Nosey as he puts it over the wall, and I'm just going to pause it there for a moment. Let me know in the comments below what you think's going to happen next. Will Nosey get his hat-trick, and will we get double figures? Let's find out. Oh! Yeah! If you guessed that the keeper would make a great save onto the bar and the rebound would be put into the back of the net by Too Good, then I owe you a Mars bar. Talking of Mars bars, that's the final whistle, which has nothing to do with Mars bars. So there you have it, our first game back at home in 4 months, and home sweet home it is. Pre-season is now over. Our next game is the charity match on Friday at Aveley Football Club. It would be great to see you there. If you can't make it and you still want to donate, there is a link in the description below. Following the charity match, we have our first game of the proper season. It's against Thames Gateway, a very tough side, so we look forward to that as well. Until then, see you in the next one. We know you love outrageous tackles. Here's another one from our opponents. The ref weren't a fan of that one, but the cards stay in the pocket.